Hello. So yesterday you saw this list of the different types of angles, and we're going to focus in on a few of them, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to focus in on a few of the different types of angles that are on this list. There's one of them that might be a little bit different that we haven't seen. We haven't seen that one, linear pair, so we want to talk about that for a brief moment. So a linear pair, basically if we have a straight line and we have some sort of another line coming off that straight line, these two will add up to be 180 degrees. Okay, so if we have a linear pair, so two angles that make a straight line, that's what a linear pair is. Okay, they are supplementary. And supplementary, those are the angles that add up to 180 degrees. All right, excitement in my voice. And so, the way to remember the difference between supplementary and complementary angles, so these are a couple of complementary angles. They're both acute, which is a compliment. All right, moving on. So these are the main ones that we're going to talk about. Corresponding angles. We talked about them yesterday. We talked about corresponding angles being angles like angle 2 and angle 6, and you can pick out a bunch of other pairs. But we'll focus for right now on angle 2 and angle 6. So if I have these two lines, I'm going to call one of them L and the other one M, and I have some sort of a transversal. Okay, if I have two lines that are intersected by a transversal, and it turns out that L is parallel to M, that's what this means, is parallel. It's just worse. Is parallel to M. That says is. So if L is parallel to M, that's what those two lines that look like they're parallel, then my corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, so if I can start off with parallel lines, then any pair of corresponding angles are going to be congruent. Angle 2 to angle 6, angle 4 to 8, angle 5 to 1, angle 7 to 3. Get the idea? Alternate interior angles, that would be these guys right here, 3 and 6, are alternate interior angles. And again, if I have parallel lines, okay, L and M like this, if L is parallel to M, then my alternate interior angles are congruent. Okay, 3 to 6, 4 to 5. That's what that means. Is that right? Alternate exterior angles. Those are the ones like angle 1 and angle 8, or 2 and 7, but I'm not going to mark those. So if, again, I have parallel lines, L parallel to M, so if L is parallel to M, then, and this is just my short way, my alternate exterior angles are congruent. Okay? And moving forward. I think I call these co-interior, so we're just going to scribble with that. We're going to go co-interior or consecutive. Sometimes you'll hear them as both things. Might be good to hear in both ways. But my co-interior, my consecutive interior angles are these ones right here. Okay, they're right next to each other. And if I have parallel lines, if I have L parallel to M, L is parallel to M, then my consecutive, my co-interior, I guess I'll use co-interior to be consistent. My co-interior angles are supplementary. Not gonna have enough space. They're supplementary. Okay, which means they equal 180 degrees. So 4 and 6 add up to 180 degrees. So does 3 and 5. So that's handy sometimes to know. There we go. And so problems that we're going to see are, say I tell you that angle 4 is 105 degrees. Can you tell me what all the rest of the angles are and why? So if angle 4 is 105 degrees, well, angle 1 is going to be 105 degrees because they're vertical angles. Angle 2 is going to be 75 degrees because they're a linear pair. They add up to 180 degrees. And 75 over here, either because these are vertical or because those are a linear pair or these are a linear pair. Then we just use our, I don't know, relative to 105. Well, angle 8 is corresponding to that, so corresponding angles are congruent. Angle 5 is an alternate interior angle, so it's 105 also. Let's see if I know that these two here are co-interior angles, so they add up to 180. So that's 75, and then by vertical angles, this guy's 75. See how that works? Give you one number, you can figure out the rest. Same sort of thing here. If I tell you angle 3 is 50, and, 50, I can do it, 50, eraser, make 50 look like a 50. If angle 3 is 50, Then angle 11 is 42. Can you tell me all the rest of the angles? And of course you can. You just, go around the horn here, go around the horn there. We of course need to know that L and M are parallel to each other. That's the big thing, and I don't know if it said it on this last one, but if as long as we've got the parallelness, then we're okay. Okay, so that's going to cover these. These two obviously are not parallel, so that's going to work out there. And so there we are, back to our little chart, types of angles. And so how many different angles can you find in that picture? Pause it, find a few, find some verticals, find some alternate interiors, alternate exteriors, linear pairs, all those sorts of things there. And I guess that is about all I've got to say about this today. Thanks for watching. Let's do some math.